All right. So we're going to simplify square roots today, and they're not really that hard. What you need to know how to do is be able to know factors of these numbers, okay? So everything should be put up. If you're sitting in here with me, everything except for your notes should be put up. No phones, you don't need them. And your focus should be on me. So we want to find factors of 96. So numbers that multiply together get 96, and we want to prime factorize those numbers. You guys remember making factor trees like a while back? Yes, no, you don't remember factor trees. So like if you had 12, you made a factor tree 2 and 6. 2 won't break down, so you keep pulling it down. 6 will break down in 2 and 3. That's a factor tree. Okay, so you've done these before. You might have forgotten them, but you've done them before. Now, I don't like the trees. I just write it all the way out. If you do the trees, I would suggest that even when you don't repeat your factor, make sure you pull it down. Okay, so if you decide to do it this way, that's perfectly fine. But we need to have all our factors in one row like this, okay? So if we do 96, if you don't know factors of 96, your calculator will do them for you. The way your calculator does them is you go into y equals, and you just put in 96 divide x. That's it. When you hit second graph, so second is your blue key, and graph is all the way over here, it'll list all your factors. And I know mine are in the negatives. We don't need negatives. We just need positives. And since I'm trying to get as small as possible, I'm going to get factors that I know. So like 6 and 16, I know how to break down in my head. Does that make sense? What are your factors of 6? Guys, come on.
3.
2 and 3. Thank you. What are your factors of 16? 4 and 4. Maybe a little bit easier than 2 and 8. Not that 2 and 8 is bad, but it's going to cause your tree to be a lot bigger. So we'll try to get something easier. 2 will not break down. 3 will not break down. 4 will break into 2 and 2. This 4 will break into 2 and 2. None of these on the bottom row, none of those will break down anymore. That's a factor tree. I do not like factor trees, but I'm going to do it a couple times just to show you where it's coming from, okay? Is everybody okay? All right. So then what you're looking for are pairs. So if there are pairs, we're going to circle them. So here is a pair of 2s, and here is a pair of 2s. Is everybody okay with pairs? I don't have any more pairs, so there's nothing I can do. So I had a pair of 2s, and I had a pair of 2s. I had 2 pairs of 2s. That's why I pulled out 2 2s. So those come outside. I did not circle a 2 and a 3, so those stay underneath the square root. We're going to do this a couple times, so don't freak out, okay? And then I'm just going to simplify that. What's 2 times 2?
4.
And then 2 times 3 is? This is your simplified square root. All right, I'm going to do a smaller number so you can see it a little better. I'm going to go to number 4, but we'll come back. What are your factors of 18? Give me 2 factors of 18. What multiplies together? You get 18.
2 and 9.
2 and 9, 6 and 3. Any of those will work, okay? You don't have to pick the same one that your neighbor picked. All right, so I did 2 and 9. 2 will not break down. 9 breaks into what?
3 and 3.
None of these numbers break down anymore, so I know I've prime factorized. So the next step is to look for pairs. Do I have a pair of numbers?
3.
I have 3. So a 3 comes out because I had 1 pair, so 1 3 comes out. 1 pair, 1 3. What I did not circle stays inside. There is nothing else to do. That's your final answer. All right. Is everybody good with those? Let's go to number 5, 72. I'm going to try to keep number 4 up there. Number 5, 72. What are your factors of 72? You should know these. But if you don't, remember, use your calculator. If you need a calculator and you're sitting in here, they're over there. Nobody even on Zoom knows factors of 72. So I said 6 and 12. Are there easier ones? Nine and 8. All of those are good. You can pick whichever ones you want to. Oh, you put the number in your y equals 72 divide x. 72 divide x. All right. I like 8 and 9 because they're a lot smaller to break down. Could you use the other factors? Absolutely. Pick whatever factors you want. 8 breaks into what? 2 and 4. 9 breaks into 2 will not break down. 4 will break down into, bring down your 3 and bring down your other 3 because it will not factor either. What do you have pairs of? I have a pair of 2s and I have a pair of 3s. So they're coming outside. I had 1 pair of 2s, 1 pair of 3s to go outside. What did I not circle? Stays on the inside. Simplify it. 2 times 3 is, and then the 2 on the inside. All right. We'll look at number 7. Denise, what are some factors of 45? 9 and 5. We can break down 9 into what, Madison? 3 and 3. 5 will not break down, so we just bring it down. Emily, what do we have pairs of? 3s. So we circle the 3 and it comes out, and we leave a 5. That's it. Nothing else to it. Go to number 10. Justice, I need factors of 12. Yes, you do. What can I multiply together to get 12? You got it. Three times what gives you 12? 3 and 4. Perfect. 3 will not break down, so we're just going to pull it down. Arlen, 4 breaks into 2 and 2. We have pairs of 2, which we pull out, and we left 3 on the inside. That's it, guys. That's all you do. Okay, what's hard is when you get into bigger numbers and you don't know the factors, okay? So we're going to go back up to a couple of the other ones that we weren't sure about. So 175. I'm going to put it in my calculator, and I know that 175 is divisible by 5. You should know that as well. So I might do 175 divide 5 on the calculator. That's perfectly fine. Find your factors that way as well. But this will give you every one. So 175 divide x. And then again, hit second, the blue key, and graph. Second, graph. And it'll give you all of these factors. So there's your 5 and 35. Or you could even do, here's 7 and 25. That one's easier, right? 7 and 25, because I know factors are 5 and 5. So your factors of 175 are 7 and 25. 7 will not break down, but 25 breaks into what? 5 and 5. Mackenzie, do I have pairs? Of what? 5s. The 5 comes out. Corbin, what do we leave? 7. That's it. And again, please use your calculators as much as you possibly can, okay? Don't stress out too much about it. So when we were doing distance formula earlier and we had to take that square root, and I told you guys just to give me the decimal, now you know how to solve it without having to do the decimal. You can break it down and it'll look like the answers that were on your quiz, okay? Well, what about 144? What about 144? Yeah, so if I break down 144, you guys know that it's 12 and 12. This is a perfect square. Why is it called that? Because we circle everything. So we brought out a pair of 12s. I did not leave anything, so I don't have a square root left over. And my answer is just 12. Okay, so sometimes you'll get perfect numbers and that's okay. And sometimes you won't. All right, let's look at number 2. Go back up to number 2. It's a big number. You work it the same exact way. All right, so 216, I'm going to do some factoring over here. Notice it's not a perfect square root. You got that decimal. That's what you would have done on distance point or distance formula right there. So now I'm going to go into y equals, and I'm going to put in 216 divide x because I don't know my factors. I honestly don't. And I see 3 and 72 and 4 and 54. I still am not very good with those factors. What about 6 and 36? Can you do those? Yeah. So 216 breaks into 6 and 36. Here's the reason I wanted to show you this one. What are your factors of 36? What do you already have? You already have pairs, right? So don't break it down anymore. If you already see pairs, go ahead and circle them. So we pulled out a 6 and we left a 6. And the reason we can leave the 6 is because 2 and 3 aren't pairs. So it's going to go underneath anyway. So this will be your final answer. Again, if you need to break it all the way down, break it all the way down. It's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Just trying to show you some little tricks. If you already see pairs, don't break them down. Just go ahead and circle and move on. Okay. Now let's look at number 11. What's different about number 11? Yeah, there's a number outside. That number is going to stay outside. So when we pull more out, we're going to put it with that number on the outside. So we already factored 96 at the top on number 1. Does everybody see that? So we don't have to do it again. Okay, we've already done it. So we had our factors of 96 were 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And again, that's from number 1. I didn't make that up. Okay, that's from number 1. What do we have pairs of? 2 pairs of 2, right? All right, so this is how you work it. This number was already on the outside. We're going to leave it on the outside. We circled 2 pairs of 2, so we're going to keep that on the outside with the 10. We did not circle a 2 and a 3. Now just simplify it like you did before. So the only difference is I'm going to keep that number on the outside. So it's 10 times 2 times 2, and then 2 times 3. That's it. So it's no different when you have a number on the outside. You're just multiplying that in as well. All right, number 12, 9 and 245. 245 is a big number. I know it's divisible by 5, but I kind of want something a little different. So let's see, 245 divide x. We're going to look some factors. Look at this one. 5 and 49. You guys know that one, right? You know 49? Okay, maybe you don't. Let's go to 7 and 35. Can you do, yeah, can you do 7 and 35? So you can choose any factors you want. So I liked 49 because I know 49 is 7 and 7. But if you have to keep going until you get one that you know, that's okay. You can use each one. So 245 is 7 and 35. 7 doesn't break down, but 35 breaks into 7 and 5. That's okay. If we were to use the other factor, 5 and 49, it would have came out the same too, because we would have a 5 and 49 is 7 and 7. So use whichever ones you want. Do we have a pair? Yes. Okay, so we're going to take out a 7, but we already have a 9 on the outside. We're going to multiply that by the 7 we took out, and we did not circle the 5. Again, if you have to use your calculator, use your calculator. 9 times 7, 63, and we left the 5. Y'all, that's it. That's simplifying square roots, okay? So don't make it more complicated than what it is. All right, we're going to flip our page. Give me a minute, guys. Got a phone call. Oh, mom, sorry. Y'all ever have your moms bother you? Yeah, mine does it too. It doesn't get any better when you get older. Sorry, y'all, my mom called me in class. Nonetheless, I apologize. All right, let's do an easy one. Number 14. What are your factors of 45? 9 and 5. Perfect. So 9 breaks into? And bring down your 5. Okay, do I have a pair? What do I need to remember though? Bring down that 5. I pulled out a 3, and I did not circle a 5. What's 5 times 3? Leave the 5. That's it. Okay, none of these are any different. I'm gonna look at 17 real fast. That one's gonna be a little bit weird, but everything else is just bigger numbers. So it's just getting into bigger factors, okay? So don't stress about it. It's the same thing. All right, why is this one different? What are your factors of 36? I already have pairs, right? Don't break it down anymore, okay? What do I got to remember? Bring down the 2. I circled a 6. Did I leave anything? No. So what is my answer? 12. So that one just happened to come all the way out. All right, look at 24. I know I'm skipping everywhere, but look at 24. What are your factors of 200? What'd you say? What? You can. What's an easier way? Why? Because what are your factors of 100? 10 and 10. The only reason I did that is because I knew, excuse me, I knew they were going to be pairs. So I wanted to go ahead and do that instead of like keep breaking it down 40 times. So if you already know pairs, go ahead and try to find those. So I have a pair of 10s. I got to remember to bring down the 2. I pulled out a 10 and I left a 2. 2 times 10 is 20. Leave the square root 2. Okay. Let's do a big one. Does everybody go with 24? All right, we'll jump to 23 right here. All right, I don't know my factors of 12, 15, but I'm gonna figure them out. 12, 15 divided by x. So I'm put it in my calculator. Sorry, I know stitching. And then we got 5 and 243. Y'all, that don't help me at all. Does it help y'all at all? No, me either. All right, let's keep looking. 9 and 135. That don't help me either. Oh, there's one. 15 and 81. Can we do that one? What's 15? 81 is 9 and 9. So go to ones that you can, don't just stop at one and like freak out about it. Keep going until you find some that you like. So 12, 15 breaks into 15 and 81. 15 you said was 5 and 3. 81 was 9 and 9. Do I need to keep breaking it down? No, because I already have a pair. So don't break it down anymore. I already have a pair. Don't keep breaking it down. 5 and 3 won't break down anymore, so we're good to go. Remember to pull out your 11 or drop it down. We circled a 9. We left a 5 and a 3. What's 11 times 9? 5 times 3? Perfect. Y'all, that's it. I mean, it's no harder than that right there. So find good factors for yourself, okay? Find good factors that work for yourself. So let's do one more. Let's do 22. Let's do 22. It's also a big, nasty one. What's it? Factors of 2535. 13 and 195. That don't help me. I could do 15 and 169. Some people can't. We can keep going. Not really seeing anything else. There's 65 and 39. That one doesn't really help me either. I don't like those factors. So what do I do if I can't find really good factors that I'm good at? So, okay, here's what I'm saying. I could figure this out, 39 and 65, right? Okay, I'm gonna go back up to the one that I was talking about, that I knew. Come on. Almost there, right there. 15 and 169. So let's try that one. So 2535 is 15 and 169. So I know 15 is what? 5 and 3. But 169 is the one I'm having trouble with, right? So go back into your y equals and change this into 169 divided by x. So you might have to do it twice if you can't find some good factors, and that's okay. So then I'm going to, oh, look at that. What are my factors of 169? 13 and 13, which is what? We already have a pair. So 13 won't break down anymore anyway, but if I already have a pair, I'm not going to keep working. So I got to remember to bring down the 7. I circled a 13. I left 5 and 3. I don't know 7 times 13, so good thing my calculator's sitting right here, and I get 91. 5 times 3 is 15. So sometimes you might have to do the y equals twice, and that's okay. It's okay. All right, I don't expect you to know factors of 169 right off the top of your head. Okay. Any questions? Zoomers, any questions? If you don't have any, you are free to go. Take that quiz now. Please don't wait. Those of you that are on Zoom, you're not taking quizzes. Let's take them. Also, get any tests done that you haven't done. All right.